Hello, welcome back to Salty Sunshine, where we shoot the salt. How you doing, Mama?
I'm doing good. I'm recovered from your visit. You're no longer here. The dog is very upset, so she misses you.
I know, it's actually so depressing that you can't tell a dog where you're going and that you're coming back.
Well, I think they understand some stuff, but yeah, she's used to it. She just doesn't like it. I mean,
Well, yeah, but she just doesn't know when I'm gonna come back. She feels so abandoned. Like, she actually gets depressed. She went and sat behind the couch when I left and didn't even want to see me.
I know. How
Like, she
sad.
knows.
Oh my goodness. It's so sad. So you were here. We did a pod last week while you were here. And then it was St. Patrick's Day. And we went to the St. Patrick's Day parade in the Gables. If anyone here is from Miami or visiting or whatever, they have some really cool new spots in the Gables, which we discovered on St. Patrick's Day. They have a new jazz bar. I forgot the name of it.
Mm.
So they have a cool new jazz bar right by Doc B's. And then next to Doc B's, they opened a bodega, which is a taco place, and it has like a speakeasy in the back, which is cool. They have one in the
Yeah,
Grove.
and this one's different because it actually has a bar in the front. Usually it's just a taco
Oh,
place and
really?
then the speakeasy, yeah, in the back.
I don't think
But
I've
this
been
one
to the
actually has a
one.
bar in the front and then also the speakeasy.
Okay, I don't think I've been to the one in the Grove, but I've heard about it. So we did that. It was fun, and then we had lunch, and that's it. Like, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Anything new up there?
No, I'm just moving this week. I'm very excited to not have neighbors.
So yeah, so you're moving into another area, and there's a dog that your dog is going to become best friends with. So that's fun and exciting.
Yeah, Scoot's finally gonna have a brother. It's gonna have like an
Well, not a
in-house
brother.
bestie.
They're not
Well, an
brothers.
in-house
They're
bestie.
friends.
Okay.
Um, Update on Charlotte the Stingray. No babies yet. Her stomach is about to pop. Like I don't know what's happening, but they did an update today, and
I'm
there's
sick of
nothing.
this. She's so late.
It's making me nervous.
It's making me feel like nothing's gonna come out of it.
Oh
Like,
no, no, she's her thing is huge. It's like a hunchback. It's like up here.
hmm.
She has a
It's
big
making me
ass.
nervous that it's like part shark.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's making me nervous.
Yeah.
So nothing on that. And then I saw this article about people are finally moving out of Miami as much as they're moving in. So thank God. And so the top five places people are moving out of Miami but still in Florida, which was interesting because the first one is Cape Coral, number one.
Where is that?
Um, it's like north. I don't know exactly. Like I guess headed to Fort Myers. I don't know, but there's nothing there. It's just
Right.
like
Just like a little
boring.
beachy town.
Yeah. So that was number one. Number two was Orlando, and number three is Sarasota, and number four is Jacksonville. Five is Tampa.
Jacksonville. Jacksonville is kind of Hickville. And then,
Well, Jacksonville's huge. It's a
yeah,
big city.
yeah. But
So
then Tampa, I actually really like. They've built a lot in Tampa.
I don't know. I don't know if I would move to any of those places, to be honest with you.
No, if I wanted to get out of Miami, but kind of stay down south, I would live in Jupiter. I
I would live
just
in
went there.
Jupiter,
So
West
cute.
Palm, Delray, just
Yeah.
cooler. I'm an East Coast girl. I feel like I like the East Coast better than the West. The West Coast it feels so retirement. I don't know.
That's very true.
I'd rather be on the East Coast for whatever reason. So that was interesting. And then, oh my gosh, there's this new drink, you guys. Everyone that wants to try like some fad weight loss thing. So there's this drink, and they're calling it OATzempic. OATzempic. It's so funny. So somebody, I don't know who the original creator was, but this guy on TikTok, he's so funny. I think he's called Chorro King. And chorro in Spanish, I think it's like poop. Like chorro. I think
Oh,
he's Mexican probably. So he's like chorro king, and he has a really funny personality, and he's like, yo, I have to try this Ozempic and this and that. So it's a half a cup of oats, a cup of water, and a full lemon or lime, and you blend it up and you drink it once a day. Or I guess you could do more than once a day, but it's supposed to kill your appetite and make you go to the bathroom. So he's been doing it, and it's so funny. If you guys want to laugh, he's like, oh my God, the churros, I had churro every day, all day. Like, it's so funny the way he talks about it. And then the comments are even funnier. So, um, I thought that was interesting. And I'm like, is that the same as like just adding some oats to your smoothie and some lemon, which already has
Yeah,
water
I don't
in
know
it?
if you have to drink it separately or not.
I don't know, but it's interesting. So that's been going around super popular.
Are you gonna try it
Um,
out?
well, I already make a smoothie every morning,
Right.
and I drink it around 11, and then I only have coffee in the morning, and then I drink my smoothie at 11, and then I do sometimes, not all the time, but I'll add oats. But now I'll add oats and I'll add some lemon to my smoothie and see
Hmm.
if it's if it does anything. I don't know.
Keep us updated on your choro.
And the chorro, chorroville. I'm gonna tag the chorro king to this clip. He's so funny. Speaking of OATzempic, fans are so concerned about Scott Disick. Have you seen recent photos of him?
It does not look like Ozempic. It looks like drugs, honestly.
No. It
I
looks
don't
like
know. Other people in the comments
malnutrition.
agree because it's like the way his eyes are hollowed and it's just,
Well, that's what there's something called Ozempic face.
oh,
If you lose so much weight so drastically, the thing is, again, what is the difference between anorexia and Ozempic? Absolutely nothing. It's called you're not eating. It kills your appetite. So that's the same thing as anorexia, but easier.
right. It's kind of like an eating
You're not
disorder.
you're not eat it's a you're not eating. You're not getting nutrients. You're literally not hungry. So they're saying it might be because he also had like a car accident, so he had some back pain. So when you get on those painkillers,
Hmm.
you could become addicted, and it could be that or a mixture of
Yeah.
both. But he looks sickly,
I
like
think it looks
not
like
good.
drugs, which could be from the back pain.
It could be, and he already has like substance issues from
Exactly.
before. Like, look at his face. Like, it's not great.
Well, no, yeah, I saw pictures of it. It's not good.
It's not good. So everyone's worried about him, and I think he's also like when you get older, you get to, depressed about life, and the way he used to act like didn't serve him. So now he's probably like mindlessly dating and can't connect with anyone. And like, I don't know, Courtney's moved on for real, for real. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
think that really hurt him. Like now there's actually no chance and she's with the love of her life and he's dating young women. That's not going to go anywhere.
yeah. And the article claimed that he overdid it with Ozempic because he was trying to get rid of his dad bod.
Mm.
But I don't know if that's true. So speaking of Ozempic, I've seen for whatever reason, coming across my algorithm, all these girls, and this one in particular, talking about how she like Ozempic almost killed her because and it's not everybody, but there's a large group of people, and it can happen just like anything else. Everyone's body is different, but it gives you severe, severe depression. She said she was so depressed, and thank God she didn't lose her relationship over it. She almost did, but she could not find joy. She would go to the bathroom and like have panic attacks and cry and just she hated everything. She couldn't find the joy in anything, and she got off of it. And all the comments under that, so many people saying same thing happened to me. I had to get off. Same thing happened to me. I had to get off. Same thing happened to me. I had to get off.
So, do you think it's more like people used food because of like to eat their sorrows away
No,
and now they don't have that outlet?
I think that's part of it because everything is social is all around food. But I also think that, and you're happy when you eat. When you have a good meal, it's
Well, no,
like
especially
fulfilling.
people who are taking Ozempic, they are doing it
Yeah.
because they cannot not eat. So,
So I think also the reason you don't get hungry on Ozempic is because the receptors to like it's blocking. Uh, it's just like it's like when people get Botox. The fact that you want to smile and
mm,
be happy, it's blocked. Like the receptors can't get the message through, and I think it's the same thing with Ozempic. Like the receptors to your brain, so I think it causes depression because when your body is not able to flow the way it's supposed to, it just causes those side effects. It's not everybody's not because some people are perfectly fine, but some people aren't. So I just thought it was interesting.
yeah, I mean, I think all these new symptoms are going to start coming out in the next couple years of how it's
But
affecting people.
but some people get no symptoms, and then a lot of people like it. I think half it's like a half and half type of thing. Like it depends who you
I mean,
are.
that's like any medication you take.
Well, but like it's probably a 50-50 chance like that happens to
Hmm.
you. But have you seen what's going on with Kate Middleton? What in the world?
Okay, so when we talked about it and you told me that she was seen in public, I looked at the pictures and everyone in the comments are saying that's not her. And then they showed a Kate lookalike. Because
Okay,
in the
do you know
past,
they
there's been a Kate lookalike.
do you know that Kate lookalike came out and did an interview or a recording? I don't know where she videotaped this, but she's telling everyone that is not me. I was at work. She's like, I have a job and I was at work, so it wasn't me. She's like out here trying to tell people that wasn't
So,
me.
so she says. They probably paid her to do it.
Okay, get off the conspiracy train, please. Thank you. So she does really look like her, but not enough to pull off like a full on photo, you know.
The videos were blurry and from a
But
little
it's
far away.
him. No, I don't think so. But here's the thing. All the conspiracies were so ridiculous because I don't ever believe in a conspiracy. I think it's so bizarre. They've never come out to be true. Saying that he got her friend pregnant and that friend's married, it's so bizarre. So one of the conspiracies, well, one was that he killed her. The second was that she had like a bi like that she suffers from an eating disorder and like she's been put away or something. A third is that he cheated on her and has been for years and got the girl knocked up, and now she took the kids and left and said I'm not coming back now, whatever, I don't know. It's all baloney. It just turns out maybe she actually just needs some time off and had stomach surgery. Like,
So her excuse is that it was stomach surgery. That's what they're saying.
yeah, she had gone in for stomach surgery.
Okay. Well, people were like, she wouldn't be walking that quickly and carrying her own bags if she had stomach
Well, she's been
surgery.
gone forever. She's
Yeah.
recovered.
Yeah, I don't believe in the conspiracy theories either.
It's so
Um,
silly. It's
that's
kind
like
of
when
funny.
people are gonna start if she starts coming out, people are gonna start saying she's a clone. Like how they called Kanye a clone.
Yes, they keep saying that's not Kanye. That's not Kanye. I'm like, who do you think it is? I'm like, what?
Yeah. So
Who do they think
people
it
will
is?
never be satisfied. They're just gonna start saying she's a clone.
How do they think that's possible? Can you explain that to me?
I don't know.
How is it possible that that's not her? Are you? I mean, come on. You're not watching her. Like, okay, I can't. So, Love Is Blind is over, but we've had all the after drama.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did see AD was on the Biofiles. Have you listened to that yet?
Oh no, I only saw the Chelsea one.
On Biofiles?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have okay. So the Biofiles is a podcast with Nick Vial or Vial, however you say his name. But she was on there and she was saying that she definitely is not dating him and that um like she's not interested in that, blah blah blah. Like she learned her lesson, this and that. I don't remember what else she said in that interview, but then recently he had Chelsea and Jimmy, which you saw that?
Yeah, I like that he had them together.
He had them together. I'm going to say what I didn't like. So I usually appreciate Nick Vial's take on things, even though I don't agree with all of it. I agree with most of it, and it makes sense to me. But I did not agree with him trying to push and push and push Jimmy to apologize for something he's not sorry for. Like when he's like, "Can you say that Chelsea wasn't all wrong for acting the way she did because you did do certain things?" But in my mind, I'm like, wait a second, she still shouldn't act like that even if I did do like anyone else, like AD, the way she acts, like you just deal with it appropriately. Like she was a nightmare. There's no
Right.
reason.
Okay, so I like kind of agree. The one thing is that he kept not really answering the question, Jimmy. So that's why he kept bringing it up. He's like, "Can you say yes or no?" And he kept going off. It's like you're just like
Because
talking
he
word
didn't want to
salad.
say no. I feel like he didn't want to say no because it got awkward.
Right. But then what I do agree with is that he
You know what it reminded me of? When the police take someone in for questioning and they try to put words in their mouth.
right.
that's
Yeah.
that's what it was giving.
Right. But the way that Chelsea reacted in the show, she said those things and she reacted that way. So even if it was a bad edit, like she reacted that way.
Right, which is inappropriate.
Right.
Like if you don't like and you see something, then you have a conversation. You can decide not to move forward. You decide, but your behavior was not okay at all ever. Like it was annoying.
Yeah, like even she admitted that she was begging Jimmy to go to the aisle, like to
Right?
make it there. She's like, I'll
Yes.
never beg again, but she admitted that she begged and begged and begged. Like she
No,
was for it.
she
She
makes me laugh
reacted that
though.
way.
I think she's funny. Like I like her personality in that sense. Like she could take a joke and like
Oh, yes. The one thing about her I can say is the way she's reacted to all of this hate. She's like laughed about it. She's not confrontational. I think she's
yeah,
actually handled it really well.
yeah. But and then she said that oh, it was interesting how he said I told her probably every single day I'm probably not walking down the aisle. Like I'm not into this. And like that's interesting and that she just kind of said no, you are going to walk down the aisle in her head. She's
Right. She
like
kept begging him.
and then also oh, it was also interesting that he had all these friends on the show and the show decided to showcase those two girls because of the juice.
Right. That was really funny
So
because I even was like, why is he bringing girls out of everyone? But apparently he brought other people, other guys.
that was super interesting. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
apparently he was a partier, but I don't know.
I don't think he was a part. He went out twice, according to everything I've heard. And the
Right.
second time is after that huge fight. He needed a break,
Well, the second time in his head and verbally to her, it was like he's not going to continue with this. It's just because of the
right?
show.
And then
So,
is he gonna piss her off and tell her that just so she could start bitching and calling him nonstop and ruin his night?
right.
No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Still kind of on Jimmy's side with her reaction.
and then Jimmy said he had no interest in AD only because he doesn't think it's a good idea to mess with anyone from the cast.
Mm-hmm.
So there was
Smart.
a yeah. And then he was caught on video at some place like with a really young girl, like at a bar. So I don't know, what happened there. And yeah, they just seem like friends. They're just like friends.
They love being friends with their exes.
And Elf, the makeup brand, Elf,
Yeah, I saw
they
that. Their friendship's
they're,
kind of cute.
they're gonna do like a makeup and talk thing and they're gonna drop it on their YouTube tomorrow. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's cool. And the other people I haven't really heard. Oh, Jessica's gonna be on that show. Have you ever seen that show? The other show
What
they
is it
do?
called again?
Perfect Match?
No.
I don't think I've seen it. No, right? I haven't seen it either.
No, I
So
haven't
she's
seen
going to
it.
be on that. Yeah, she's going to be on that. We'll see how that goes. So I don't know if you saw this on the news. Today they sentenced a mom. She was 30. She's 32 from Ohio or Cleveland or somewhere. She left her baby in the playpen for 10 days while she went on vacation. And she came back and the baby was dead. 10 days. She left her like 2 bottles of milk and they came back and the I mean, think of the disgusting, horrible death that baby had.
Oh my
Starvation,
God.
no water,
Yeah, I'm just
screaming
slowly
and
dying.
yelling, sitting in its own poop. And they have it on the Ring camera, that like the yelps. I don't know how the neighbors didn't like hear
Okay.
anything.
At that point, it's not about torturing the baby. Like if like the mom had a thirst to kill, like she didn't snap. Like why didn't she just give it up for adoption if you don't want the kid?
Oh, she was sentenced to life in prison. The judge is like, this betrayal to your child. This, like, he was repulsed. Like, and then she's like, God will forgive me.
The
I
mom?
am the mom.
Oh,
Disgusting. She
good
went
thing
on a
she's saying
10-day
life in prison.
vacation with some guy because she was depressed. I mean,
But
Cleveland. She's
again,
from,
at that point, there are literally services where you just give up your child.
her name is Crystal Candelario, and she's from Cleveland. And she left the baby in a playpen with a few bottles. Oh my God. Captured 16-month old. 16 months. Not even 2 years. It's
That is
crazy. What is wrong with people? To go on
crazy.
vacation, it's not like an emergency. Like she took her time and she made a stop somewhere else. Like she was just like not even worried.
Yeah,
She didn't
like
think,
she
oh
had
my
no
God,
one to
after
watch
2 days, like
him.
the baby's dying. Like,
Did she know the baby? Like, was she dumb thinking that the baby would be fine, or did she think the baby was gonna die?
you think you leave a baby in a playpen with no food and
No, no,
water
no.
for
This
10
woman
days?
is a different kind of dumb. So that's why I'm saying.
I don't think she thought the baby would survive that. Oh, and when she got
Mm.
back, she found the baby obviously unresponsive and called crying for help. What do you think was going to happen?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe she's just like a special kind of dumb, and she thought I was gonna come
No,
back to a sick baby, not a dead one.
I don't know what you call that. I don't know. Like
That's
these
disgusting.
women, it's these women that are so desperate for like their own life and attention. Like they just shouldn't have kids. But how could you do that? And she's 32. She's not like 18. Oh my God.
I mean, it's just evil.
Evil. Evil,
Like
evil, evil.
knowing in the back of your head your baby's suffering and you're just on vacation.
Right. On day 3, like when I leave my dog at boarding, she hates it. And she's such a bad dog that, sometimes she can't go play with the group because she gets nervous and she's whatever. So when I'm away, I think about the dog sitting there like not getting attention, and the hours pass and it feels like years. I was like, oh my God, I have to get back home for the dog. Like you feel like that for your for your babies. Like how does she not
Right,
on
but
day
you're
3
not.
say, you know what? We gotta go back, like my baby's alone. I gotta go.
Right, it never it never snapped in. Like, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't do this.
10 days. That's a long, long time.
I know,
That's disgusting.
disgusting.
Life in prison. They should just burn her and
Burn her at the stake.
electrocute her. I can't. Oh, anything, did you see anything new on the Missouri college kid? What's his name? After they found his credit card near the bank of
Mhm.
the river, I know that they moved their search towards downtown instead of that water area.
Right, so people are like, oh, he might be alive.
Um,
I
well,
just
if they
don't
haven't
see
found his
where he could
body,
be. Right.
if they haven't found the body, like I guess that's what they're assuming. Riley Strain. No, yeah, I don't. I'm so
So
perplexed.
are they done looking at the lake? Like he's not in
Well, they
there?
kind of just moved their efforts towards downtown. I don't. They
Mm.
did find a body in that lake in the river, but
Mm-hmm.
it
It just
wasn't
wasn't
his,
his.
which is wild. Um, they did find a phone, a cell phone, in like wherever I don't know where they found the credit card, like close by in like metal pipes or something. They found some phone, but I don't know what came out of that. But I mean, where could he be?
Oh, you
If
don't know
someone
if it was
killed him, where
his?
could he be? If
Oh,
he's
oh,
alive,
wait, wait, wait. I saw a video and it's from the police cam. Did
yeah,
you see that?
yeah.
Okay. And then people were dissecting it.
I didn't
Honestly,
see
I
the
could not.
video. I saw people talking about it.
Okay. I could not hear for the life of me what these people in the comments are talking about and like what the people are posting. But apparently, you can hear someone in the background say, get in. And then when the cop turns around the first time, you see like a car go kind of towards the curb, apparently. And then when he turns back around, in the background, you can hear him say, get in. So they think he got in.
Well, that would make me think maybe he's not there at all, and whoever took him out of that area.
Mm-hmm.
If someone took him,
Right.
because how could no one have seen him by now?
I mean, yeah, them looking downtown, like where
I mean,
would
he
he
could be
be?
in an apartment, holed up, dead, or tied up, or whatever. I don't
Right.
know, but it's wild.
It is.
It's a
The fact that
crazy
he's
case.
not in the river is wild.
No, his poor mom is going to have a heart attack. Like she's losing her mind, losing
Wait,
her
why
mind.
would his ID be there though? Or his card?
Because he was walking by the body of water. Maybe it fell. Like he was like, or maybe he
Yeah.
threw it because he was drunk, or because he was drunk. So the bar came out and said that they only served him one alcoholic drink and a water, but that doesn't mean that's all he drank. Like he could have got there already drinking. He could have drank from other people could have bought him drinks. Like that doesn't say anything.
Right.
But they were defending their bar, like saying, look, he didn't go out the back, he went out the front, and we have
What?
receipts. Yeah, that's what they said.
He wasn't kicked out, is what they're saying.
No, he was let out the front.
But why would all his friends say he was
I don't know.
let out the back and they couldn't go after him?
I don't know.
Unless the
But
friends don't want to be
like
liable.
the bar's covering their butt because they're like, we're not responsible for this. Like
Don't bars, I guess maybe not have cameras. I don't know.
they should, or street cameras at least. Um,
Yeah.
it's
Wait, that
crazy.
confuses me now though, that he was let
Yeah.
out the front because his friends were saying they were trying to leave with him, but they couldn't.
Maybe they were trying and then he said, "No, I'm fine. I'm just gonna walk up the block." And they, I don't know. Maybe they were drinking too and they wanted to keep partying. I mean,
I know, but the friends are the ones who said that they were let out the back and they had to go out the front and go around to find
maybe
him.
they're trying to cover their backs and lie
Right.
about
Because
that.
apparently they went back home and lawyered up.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe they're lying, as men do. Not kidding.
Right. I mean, they could, it is a fraternity, so they could be afraid of like the alcohol poisoning. And I don't know
Yeah.
if he's like a younger frat member, but hazing and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a total Dateline episode because there's, you know,
Hmm.
this one, the mom of the kid. Now this, so remember that brand Salt Life? Remember that
Yeah.
it was like huge Salt Life hats and stickers and bumpers and T-shirts and clothes. The co-founder of Salt Life, he shot his teen girlfriend by accident. He had a teen girlfriend and he fatally shot her. Well, it happened in 2020, but I guess they just sentenced him. He was 56 and she was like he was sentenced to 12 years and she was 18. So he was like out of his mind, drugged up, and he had a gun and she was sitting like, or she was in the bathroom sitting on the vanity or on the kitchen counter somewhere, and he just, the gun was there and he put it up towards her and it went off, like, because he was like not in his right mind.
Okay, I'm sorry. He pointed the gun at her and it was an accident.
Okay, so he said he told police that he and Duncan were playing inside the hotel by pretending to shoot each other with finger guns when he pointed his real gun at her and it went off. Playing, who
That
does
sounds
that?
like murder.
Well, he she was shot in the stomach and bled out. Hutto fled the scene but left behind his wallet and ID. It was a
That
playful
sounds like
exchange.
intentional murder.
Well, if he was high on drugs, that I can see
Right,
how
they do
that.
stupid things, but
Yeah, is
oh
he said
wow.
it was an accident. Why is she an 18-year-old with a 56-year-old man is what I want to know.
Right, that's disgusting.
Mm-mm.
Disgusting. Maybe she got well, actually no, I guess it would have showed if she was pregnant, saying
No,
like
she
maybe it was
wasn't.
murder.
No, no, no. Apparently he had like drug issues. Like, he liked to party.
Oh god. Well,
Yeah.
I actually just saw Salt Life when I was visiting Miami.
Is that a
And
thing anymore?
or no, it wasn't in Miami, it was in Jupiter. There was a whole
Is that
store
like
there.
it's popular?
I mean, it was just like an actual store, which I haven't seen in a while, but
Isn't that crazy how, like, again, another classic story of somebody making it and like just their life goes to crap just because
right?
all the
Like, give
time.
me that success, please, because I will not throw it down the drain. These people
Or
have a
would you?
successful company and all this money, and it's like
Or
a
would
waste.
you?
No.
He looks like a drug addict. Like he looks crazy. Look. He looks crazy.
Oh my gosh. He does look crazy. He looks like a Florida man.
Yeah. He looks like a Salt Life guy.
Yeah.
But I think he was married um with kids and he got divorced. But again,
Because he was crazy.
yeah.
All that money went to his head.
It's not the money. Well, it could be the money, but men at that age get a little odd too sometimes.
That's true. They have like a midlife crisis, and then that's why he's dating an 18-year-old.
Oh my God. So speaking of older men with younger women or the age gap. So I heard, okay, let's talk about another. So Kristen Cavallari, the one that's dating the really 24-year-old Montana boy, she has a podcast and she
Mhm.
just dropped an episode. I don't, I listen to podcasts when I like, if I like what's happening. I have my like ones that I hear all the time and then I'll dive into other stuff if I want to hear something. So she had the psychic medium on her podcast and apparently she knows her really well and she's been reading with her forever. And So she has her on the show and they're talking about this and that. And towards the end, she gives her like a reading. And the girl's acting like she doesn't know who her boyfriend is, which maybe she doesn't. Maybe if they're so close, whatever. I don't know if she told her or not, but they're acting like she hasn't told her, like how young the guy is or whatever. So she does a reading and I was laughing so hard because the girl goes, you guys have a lot in common and all this stuff. And she's like, is he the one for you? I don't know. And to me, that's a no. Like straight up. She's like, I don't know yet. It's too soon. And then that's when Kristen was like, well, we have a large age gap. He's a lot younger than me. So there are like some taboos or concerns. And she's like, yeah, I, you get along and he's gone through stuff. So he does have like some maturity in that end of like going through life stuff, but like, is he the one? She just kept saying that and I was dying. I was like, he's not. I already said it. I called it.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He can't
But
be.
he doesn't want to tell her. The
How
psychic
awkward.
knows.
How awkward would that be?
Right.
She can't.
I mean,
That
does
was her
Kristen
nice
not
way of
know?
saying, I don't know if this is gonna last,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Did she seem like shocked?
If she did, she didn't really show it. She's like, yeah, well, that makes sense because because she kept saying like, so don't try to mother him. She told her,
Oh.
don't try to mother him because of the age gap. Let him be a man. Treat him like a man. Don't treat him like he's younger. In other words,
Hmm.
like she's like, I could see this could be an issue. I could see this being an issue, but overall, like you do get along. Like he does have maturity. It was just hilarious to me because it was just funny
Yeah,
because
she
it's
was
kind of.
trying not to flat out saying, well, he's not.
And like you said the last time when we talked about it, like I think if he was more like if he was a businessman, that I think the age difference is too much, no matter what. But if he was like a more serious, clean cut guy, but he's like such a TikToker and a
Guy who craves
snapfish
attention.
guy
Yeah.
that it's like I don't know how far that can go.
Like, how mature is he really?
Yeah, but we'll see. I just thought that was funny. It was very
Hmm.
funny.
Have you seen, talking about age gaps, Robert De Niro's child, him and his child? He's like 80 carrying his 10-month-old child.
I saw that picture in
Oh,
the
people are
Daily
like, that's
Mail.
so unfair to your child, which it is, but still, it's so unfair for your child to grow up without a dad. Like, you're obviously not going to make it past like when he's 7. But you know what? There's a lot of people who don't have
There's
dads,
people
and
that
now
don't have
he's like
that's
rich.
yeah. That's the least of the worries. The worry is it's just gross.
Yeah.
I saw a comment, they're like, do you guys share diaper orders?
Oh, yeah.
And do you get like, a nice like discount because you're ordering so many diapers? Um
It
yeah, it's wild.
is wild. It's
Can you
gross,
imagine
but
being 80 and taking care of a crying baby? That sounds like my worst nightmare.
can you imagine being 30, younger than you, and craving an 80-year-old man?
I can't imagine dating a 60-year-old man, let
Yeah.
alone an 80-year-old man.
Crazy. Now she has 2 babies to take care of.
Well, she doesn't have to take care of him. His assistants will.
That's true.
He can
That's true.
hire people. But speaking of crazy, inappropriate family stuff, do you know who Elizabeth Hurley is?
No.
She's an actress from my time. She was in all the I can't remember, but she was in a lot of good stuff and she's gorgeous. Elizabeth Hurley, she has a son and she's doing this new movie. And her son, which is 21, directed this movie and she has this major sex scene in front of her son and everyone's like gross because she's 58. The movie's called Strictly Confidential and she said that having a sex scene with her son watching and directing was liberating and she felt so safe. And
Oh,
everyone's like, gross. That's disgusting. She said, having him there meant that I felt safe and looked after. And it's kind of liberating to work with your family.
ew.
Ill.
Okay, it would be hard enough for him to even be in the same room and like watching the movie after, but like he should have
Yeah.
been out of that room. Like that's
He's like, more
disgusting.
tongue. Lean down. I don't know. And I think it was the girl on girl too. Not that it makes a difference, but
Yo, no,
gross.
that is so bizarre. I could never direct you in a sex scene.
It's so disturbing that there's this really well-known therapist, and she was like on different shows, and like she's a counselor, and she came out saying, I really think this is pushing like really really bad boundaries. Like she's like, I don't recommend this. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, that must be traumatizing for the son. And if he comes out and says it's liberating, then that's just like a really weird relationship.
I would see how it would be less awkward for on the son's part because he's a young kid. He's like whatever, like it's. But for her as a mom, not to be completely mortified
Mm-hmm.
because it's a different angle. Like the son might. I mean, a lot of sons would be like gross, ill, disgusting, but some would probably be like, "Oh, it's so stupid." You know, guys could be
Yeah.
stupid when they're young, but on the mom side,
Well, even she could have just said it was a little uncomfy, but she was like, it's liberating. It's
well, she said
disgusting.
liberating to work with your family. So they kind of twisted it, I think, in the news. But she did say that she felt safe because he's looking after her. No, he's looking at you get down and dirty.
Right. No, I don't. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Some of these
She's,
celebrities just need to not interview.
oh my god. Oh my god. And everyone, I feel so bad for J Lo. People are really like making fun of her, and I'm not here for that. Like, you
Wait,
have to have
who?
some respect for the icons.
Who?
J Lo. I feel bad
Okay,
for her
I
at this
don't
point.
agree.
You don't agree?
Um, a lot of people are getting really sick of her, and it's because she's kind of giving some narcissistic
Okay.
tendencies.
Okay,
And
whatever. But she's not breaking the law. Like, give her a break. My god.
I know, but there's
Like,
a difference between like ego and self-love, and she's giving ego.
she has a scene that she's like, did you see it with the hair crazy? And she's
Where
like,
they
I like when
recorded it 12 times.
everyone's reacting it, like reenacting it on TikTok, and it's so funny. I'm like, oh my god, I feel bad for her.
I
I feel
mean, did
bad.
you see the someone like worked on set with her and they said that she recorded it like 12 times. It was supposed to be this like authentic scene
Oh,
and
I
she
didn't.
he
No.
apparently recorded it like 12 times and it was like miserable and he was
Oh
making
my
fun of
god,
her.
I feel so. Everyone's like, oh my god, how do you think Ben feels sitting there? It's having to tell her this shit's great, and he just wants to like go smoke a cigarette.
I know everyone's like that's why he looks miserable all the time or exhausted all the time.
Stop it. His worst mistake was leaving Jennifer Garner, the most
Well,
beautiful,
there's
amazing, fun, genuine, awesome, amazing woman.
yeah, it really was his biggest mistake because there's like a video of them two getting together because of their kids and everyone's like I've never seen him smile like that. Because he
Oh
always
my
looks
god.
miserable.
Men like the
She's just
crazy.
so like calm and cool, and I love her.
I know. I feel bad for JLo only because like I think she has like Kim Kardashian syndrome, like the vein, like they're so full of themselves, like
Mhm.
they can't take it. Like it's like they need it to breathe, but at the same time, they put so much hard work into the stuff. Like to see people come down so hard, it's kind of it makes me feel sad for her. Like
Yeah,
she, she
you
worked
gotta know
so hard.
when it comes to being famous though, you have to know when to pull back because people do start hating you. And right now is that time where she needs to just get out of the
People
spotlight.
hate people all the time for nothing. So it's
No,
like,
but
how do you know when
when
they
you're at
hate
like
you
a
for good
certain
reason?
when people see you too much and then you keep pushing and pushing and you're at like a certain level of fame, people start hating you. And that's happening to JLo.
Well, I don't think it's because they're seeing her too much. It's the content. It's a
Oh
little
yeah, it's
like
the content.
wacky. It's wacky content. It's not
It is
like,
wacky. And it's the
yeah.
fact that no one wanted to pick it up and then she paid for it herself and then she put that video of saying
Oh
like of
my
the people who
god,
didn't want to
there was
come.
a, there was a clip of that. I think it's that there's so many things I don't know where anything's coming from. Like there's a dog and this. So there's I think it's the AI movie that she's um it looks like New York, like the street, and she has an umbrella and it's raining and her hair's all wet and she's just like she's with the like she's doing a bit and singing like they're like Frank Sinatra did back in the day, like, and it's
Mhm.
goes on forever and everyone in the comments is like, not her thinking she's Frank Sinatra. Do you
No.
think they're like, please tell me they did not hire a choreographer for this. Please tell me this was just like, what do you call that when it's improv?
Improv?
Or please tell me this was improv because it's so crazy. I'm gonna send it to you. she's just like dancing for singing and like feeling herself and flicking the umbrella and like it's just crazy.
Her content is very cringy
I
right
do
now.
think her goal was to be like more artistic, like in a different way. I just don't think she pulled it off. That's the problem. I do see what
Yeah.
she was trying to do, like a play, like a musical, like a gone with, like she was trying to do that with AI, like cool, like different. So I get what she was trying to do. I just don't think it played off like that, you know.
No, it did not.
But I feel bad because she really put her heart and soul, like you could tell, you know.
Yeah, but again, the ego's so big, she probably thinks it's great and we're all just haters.
Whatever. There's this other couple. Speaking of making fun of, this couple like they coined this term bottle night and they think they invented this cool thing called bottle night as a couple. And so what they did, hold on, it's so funny. So they call it bottle night and they say put your phones away. Okay. This guy Colin Rutherford, he's like, do you know what bottle night is? Probably not, because my girlfriend and I invented it during a 2023 blizzard in Buffalo, New York. We lock our phones away, turn the TV off, grab a bottle of wine, and talk. That's it. We simply talk and enjoy each other's presence. So everybody under is like, um,
Just
the
like wine
comments are
night.
like, what?
It's just like wine
Hanging
night.
out.
Like, is it,
The post went viral and everyone's like, breaking news. Guy discovers hanging out. And then someone else is like, hold on. Someone else is like, this dude thinks he and his girlfriend invented getting drunk and hanging out. And then, wow, a pioneer. It's so funny. All the comments under it, oh, poor babies.
I know, I feel bad. See, there, I feel bad. It's just him
Yeah,
saying, lock your phone away, I guess.
yeah.
And he's trying to like
They
just
got crushed.
genuinely share
They
a
got
cool thing
crushed
that
by
they
the
do.
comments. Huh?
Uh,
They got crushed by the comments.
I know, people can be so harsh, but
People
I
are like,
mean,
other people call this a Friday. There's a lot of
aw.
comments here. Like, I'm not gonna go, but they're funny. You know, the best part of like things that happen is like the comments.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh. It's
I
like they're
hate when people
crackling.
turn off the comments when a video is like controversial or people are going down on them, but it's like that is the
Rude.
best part of a video.
Rude. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love the comments. But yeah, they invented bottle night.
Bottle night.
Well, I guess the only difference is they lock their phones away, which is a little different.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's the
just
only
being
thing.
present when you're hanging out with someone.
Yeah.
She just might sell her company, Rare Beauty, for 2 billion.
Oh my God. That's wild.
Yeah. And people are saying it's a terrible move. And I
Why?
just learned today. So there's this marketing guy. Oh, I need to find his name. B something. Like, I love his content. And he just pretty much says the downfalls and the good things about certain people, like celebrities and influencers. And he was talking about Selena Gomez selling her company and how it's not really a real charity because everyone loves buying Rare Beauty because of the charity aspect of it.
I never even knew
Obviously.
that it was a charity.
Well, her whole brand is about being different, and then there's like a Rare Beauty Foundation, and
Oh,
apparently if you go on their website they don't call it a charity because that has different standards and they like go around the word charity. So it's not a charity and they barely donate any of the percentage, it's just a tax break. Um, and he says selling it was going to expose that. And then also selling it means that she won't have any say in the company and she's pretty much the
who
brand.
cares? She
So,
just get the money and leave. The economy's like in shit.
oh,
Like, I mean, who cares?
for
Get
the
out of that.
investor, you know, she's the sole owner though, which is very rare. She's
I
the
would take the
sole
money and
owner
run.
of Rare Beauty. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It's not
But
crazy. Why is that crazy?
like Rihanna doesn't, Ariana Grande doesn't, like most people don't own their entire company. They have like investors.
When
She
you
owns
have
the
that much
entire
money, why
thing.
do you need investors?
So you don't use your own money, I guess, in
I
case it
would.
fails. I don't
I
know.
prefer not to have investors. I mean, not that I have these big companies, but If I had a lot of money that I can afford, I mean, you get more of the profit.
Yeah. But now Selena Gomez might become a billionaire.
I think she's already, isn't she already there? No.
I don't think so.
Well, in more exciting news, Miss Peaches, the rescued dog, was at our local mall called Dayland Mall this, I don't know what day, but he showed her there and she went to take pictures with the bunny. And it's so cute. And I'm
Hmm.
so upset that we didn't go to the mall and see her.
I know. I would love to see Miss Peaches.
Oh my gosh, she's so but she's so gentle. She's so she's like so submissive.
Yeah, because she's been traumatized
She's just a
and had to be
baby.
submissive with her past owner. But yeah, she's so cute.
Well, I don't think she had an owner. I think she was just like locked in cages or something.
Right. Oh, she's just a
But
baby. I actually just heard about this reality show, and apparently it's crazier than Love is Blind. It's pretty much about the bride or these two people are getting married, and the bride isn't planning the wedding. She has to be separated from her husband for 3 weeks because he has to plan it, and they give him $12,000.
oh god, no,
And the issue is that men are men, and
no,
they end up spending all their money on like dumb things. Like
no.
this one girl, like, oh, they got engaged in Ibiza, so he spent most of their funds on sand to represent like Ibiza. Because men
No.
always think there has to be like a theme to the wedding.
That sounds
So that was
terrible.
like
Why would
his
they
theme.
this I don't like that show.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
awful.
just funny to see how men think.
Oh, you know what I'm watching? So I thought it was on Apple. It's not. It's on Peacock. I read this book, and it's so funny because when you read so many books, you forget, and then someone has to kind of tell you the story, and then it all comes back to you.
Hmm.
But this book called Apples Never Fall, I read it so long ago. So they did the movie, and the movie has like good actors in it, like Annette Bening and whoever else. But like it starts, and I can't recall the book. I'm like, why can't I remember this book? And then like at one point I'm like, oh, it's all coming back to me, like episode 3 or 4. But it's not great.
No.
It's just not. I don't think I've ever seen a movie. Oh yeah, one time, Lessons in Chemistry. When they did
Hmm.
the show's fantastic, but I still can't
Hmm.
finish it because I already know what's going on, and that drives me crazy. But that's the only one I've seen that they've made a movie out of the book, and it's good. Oh no, where the crawdads sing, that movie was good too.
Okay. Um,
Yeah,
I on set. Have you heard of it?
is that a movie, a
No,
show?
it's a documentary about the kids of Nickelodeon and how they were.
I've seen that everywhere. I was
Mhm.
wondering, what is this? What is this?
Okay. And also Dan Schneider responded, which I did not expect that. I thought he was just
Hmm.
gonna go off into the woods and like disappear.
Hmm.
But
What
he
what what net,
responded.
what network?
What do you mean? Where's the
Where
movie?
where are they playing the doc?
I don't know.
Oh, what's it called? On set? Quiet on set?
Quiet on Sets. Not sure where you can watch it, but um yeah, it's pretty much just all of them. I don't know. I think Drake Bell's in it. I
Oh
think I
my
saw
God,
clips in it.
Drake. What's his name? No, the other one that he's on the podcast with.
Oh, Peck?
Yeah, Josh Peck. So there was a girl on TikTok that posted that he blocked her because he said something. He did this video that said, "If you haven't heard from me since December 2023, I don't know you," or something. And then she said, "Oh, so I guess you haven't talked to Drake." I don't know what the beef is, but that was her comment, something about Drake, and he blocked her. And she's like, "Why did he block me?" And so everyone's like, "He blocked everyone." I don't know what's going on with that. Does he have beef with Drake?
Well, Drake kind of like got weird for a little,
Oh, well, I don't
and
know.
maybe he
I
just
don't
wanted
know.
to distance himself. And then he
Okay.
also maybe got arrested for that child misconduct thing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he just doesn't like being associated with them, but there could be more to it. I don't know. I haven't heard
Yeah,
about
there's
beef with
I
them.
don't know because I don't really follow too closely. I like
Yeah.
Josh Peck's TikTok. I think he's funny, but
Well, they did mention this on the toast where if their mom was present, those were the more normal child stars.
are they brothers?
No,
Oh,
No, I'm saying Josh Peck went down, not Josh Peck, Drake went down the wrong path and got weird. And it's because he probably went through way more than Josh Peck.
I never saw Drake and Josh, so that's what I'm asking. I don't know the
Oh,
dynamic.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
well,
It's
yeah,
on
I don't know.
Investigation Discovery, so that's the ID channel, I think,
Okay.
which is on cable.
Okay, we'll get back to that because I haven't seen it, but
Okay.
that's something that we need to watch and report back on.
I mean, but apparently he didn't really do anything terrible, like illegal, like just like
Right, he
bad
was just like
behavior.
creepy,
Just like bad behavior, yeah.
like obsessed with feet. And I mean, there are videos. I was trying to look this up and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, I swear I saw it. Of like, there's a lot of weird ones with Ariana Grande and like the way she holds things and like then she screams
You
and
know,
water pouring on her and like,
it's interesting because you can be weird without being a criminal. Like you can just
right,
have like these weird quirks and not be a harmful individual. That exists, but obviously like if you're weird then people like think, well, what else is wrong with you? But you can be like a weirdo that maybe you like to smell people's this or that, like, but you're never gonna like violate someone. Like, I don't know. You could be just a weirdo.
right. But the way Amanda Bynes ended up, like, there's videos of her in like the hot tub with him. And I don't know if like more came out of that or were they just in a
Maybe he
hot
has
tub being weird.
like those Disney people, that adults that love Disney, like they have that child syndrome. They want to be children and they just like the company of children when they're older, but they don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
any
yes, yes.
intentions of like doing anything else. But they're weird
Right.
because they're too old for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know anything about the guy.
Well, oh, okay. Drake was saying how he had a girlfriend and his girlfriend's mom was like one of the first people who noticed it and put him in therapy because apparently Drake or Dan Schneider was calling him constantly and saying like, "Where are you? We're supposed to be hanging out." Like it was like creepy.
Yeah. Well, they were
So,
saying too. Remember, I don't. You didn't watch that because it was my time. The what's that show Jessica Biel was on?
mm,
Party of Five? No.
no idea.
So
On
you know who Jessica?
Nickelodeon?
Do you know who Jessica Biel is?
Yeah, but I've never seen her on Nickelodeon.
Oh my god. There's so much you don't know about life.
Oh,
Seventh
right.
Heaven.
Your
Seventh
life.
Heaven.
You're old.
No, like, back, all the pop culture back then. Seventh Heaven. The guy that played the dad, because Seventh Heaven was one of those shows like like Full House, like wholesome, like whatever. And the guy that played the dad, I think he was a pastor, I think, in the show. It was so long ago. But that guy, years and years and years later, he was convicted of like he was a pedophile.
Mm.
So all these years on the show, just like Cosby, Bill Cosby, he was like this great dad in the Bill Cosby show, and he was so wholesome, all
Mhm.
stuff, and he turned out whatever. So they were saying that people want to do, because that's a new thing. Like people will do a podcast to rewatch a show and talk about it as they watch it, which is so weird to me. Like, would you
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't
do?
watch those. I think it's
What's the
useless.
point? They're not watching it while they're on the podcast. Like they just watch it and then talk about it.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, they were talking about doing it for Seventh Heaven, but everyone's like, ill, because you can't not talk about the elephant in the room, which is the pedophile that was the dad.
Right, we're
So
just gonna be thinking about that the whole time. And like how he treated you during a certain scene.
yeah, weird. And also, I saw that Jessica Biel is going to play like another uh a book like one of those book to movies. She's going to play the good daughter. I don't think I read that. I haven't read that one. She's going to play
Mhm.
someone in the good daughter.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah. We need to
I
watch
still
Quiet on Set.
And I still have to read that book. I'm glad my mom's dead or something.
Oh, yes. I want to read that. That's like a bunch of other stuff. Like, did it ever cross being illegal? Like, was he inappropriate? I need to look into
No,
it more.
I'm glad my mom is dead is about the mom.
And some stuff in Nickelodeon, right?
Oh, I don't, maybe, probably,
Maybe not, but
but the mom was terrible apparently.
right.
So I
Mm.
don't know. Oh my gosh, so crazy.
I want to watch the Megan Fox because I didn't get to watch it yet. Did you see
Oh my
she's on
god, I
Call Her
saw
Daddy?
that. She's on Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it yet. But she's so weird. I don't know.
Well, she said, she sits there and she says, I got scammed by Timu. And they're like, oh, she said scanned or conned or brought it. I got taken. I got taken. It sounds like she got scammed. So I'm like, oh, did they get her credit card information? Like, did they, spy through the webcam? You know what she said after that?
Hmm.
I started, people asked me if I knew about it. So I went on there and I saw like all these tattoo sleeves and I thought my kids would love it. So I ordered all these tattoo sleeves and we loved it so much. I went and I got a tattoo sleeve. I'm like, how did they get you? Like, where's the crime?
So she's pretty much just saying because she ordered tattoo sleeves, she wanted to
Yes.
get tattoos.
Yes. But she said I got taken. You can't say I got taken because you bought something and you liked it so much that you got a real tattoo.
Her approach to things is interesting.
That
The
was
way she says
misleading.
stuff. Like she was saying how the drinking his blood is the same as like a woman
What?
drinking some guy's
Ew. Both are unacceptable. It's
even
like
though it's not the same and
you
hers is
immediately
not
know.
common. It's
It
weirder.
is the same because it's a bodily fluid that should not be ingested. So in that
No,
sense,
it's not the same. And she's just justifying her being a little weird. And how, like, obviously people are going to think you're satanic.
well, I'm sure Alex did not ask a pertinent question of what do you think about Love is Blind?
Oh, no.
She never asked good questions. That's why I never listened to Call Her Daddy. I will listen to it if like she had like Gwyneth Paltrow. Like she has a guest I like Camila Cabello. I've started to listen to it, but I haven't finished. But it's just never juicy.
It's never juicy. She kind of tiptoes around and doesn't want to offend them with a
Yeah,
certain question, or if she'll ask a question and they'll go around it and she won't like try to get more out of them. Yeah, she's not
she's
very good
right
at that.
up there with Nick
You
and
never get
Vanessa.
anything out of it. I was
She's right up.
so excited to get Chelsea Handler on there, and I'm like, I literally got nothing out of this.
She's the Nick and Vanessa of podcasts.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
listen.
don't know how
I
much
love
more.
if. Do you know anyone that consumes more content than I do?
No.
I never go to listen to her stuff, so that says a lot.
Right.
Like a
I
lot.
mean, I've tried with a couple people because she has good guests on, but you never get anything
Exactly.
out of it.
I'll go dip in to hear some stuff, but yeah,
Mm.
it's not great.
But I'll try to listen to this one anyways.
Yeah, I like the Vile Files, and he has like those episodes that people call in with their problems. I love that.
Yeah, that was the first episode I heard of the Biophiles with Chelsea and Jimmy, but I think I'm going to listen to more.
Oh, that was the first one you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, go backwards, like go down and listen to the rest of your. It's so
Hmm.
entertaining.
He seems like
Also,
he'll really get into it.
yeah, it's great. And Chelsea Handler, Dear Chelsea, her podcast, she does the same thing. It's all about people calling in and writing in with their questions, and whoever she has on that day as a guest also helps answer the questions. I think it's fun
Hmm.
because
See, that's my favorite form.
oh my god, then go listen to that too.
Okay, I will. That's why I
Dear
love
Chelsea,
Burner Phone with
like
Hannah. Like, I
she's
love
had
when people
Brooke,
call in.
yeah, she's had Brooke Shields. She's had all these
It's
people that
because
are actors, and they're giving you their 2 cents on your problem. That's so fun.
that is fun, but also you get like real life people's issues. That's why I
Yes,
love
it's
it.
so interesting.
Hmm.
I love that podcast. It's so great. And Chelsea says what everyone else doesn't want to say. Like she has, her balls are thick. It's
Oh yeah,
she
she has
she
no
doesn't care.
filter.
Like when she had John Stamos on, she's like, "Stop taking over the interview. Like stop it.
Well,
Stop asking me questions." Like
yes,
she's yeah.
yes, because John Stamos was on the Skinny Confidential, and the whole
Mhm.
time he's asking them questions. I'm like, I already know their story.
Yes. No, it's infuriating. Like
Yeah.
stop asking questions. Stop. It's so funny. But yeah, she called him out, which is makes me laugh, which I love. It's so funny.
Hmm. Well, because she's one of those people who like can say those kind of things, and she's fine. Like it
She
doesn't
can
come off
pull it
that
off.
rude,
She can pull it off like Kanye, like yay. Which if
right?
I see
Kanye
one more
fan.
picture of that poor woman, Bianca, dressed like a fool, out here, freezing because she's never dressed. Like, how uncomfortable. What is she going to feel like in 10 years? She's not going to, that's not sustainable. I mean,
No, she can't wear that all the time.
she, the tube tops that are made of pantyhose that can literally just fall, like, she's always standing like this. She always looks cold. Like, stop it.
I wonder how
It's,
old she is.
she's
It's like,
young.
why is
I
she
think,
so impressionable?
I mean, she probably thinks it's cool now, but when, perimenopause hits, she's going to be like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, and then Kanye will just find a new muse.
It's not that. It's just actually, I don't care how good you look. It looks very uncomfortable.
It's really funny that when I visited you in Miami, you
Yeah.
suggested Back to Me with those funny lyrics, or you suggested it to my friend, and then she texted me
So
later.
we went out one night on, I think, St. Patty's Day, and Brianna brought her friend that she went to college with. And so Brianna went to the bathroom. So we were talking at the bar and like vibing. And she's like, I don't know, she said about music. And I said, oh my God, have you heard this song? And she's like, no. And it was really loud in there. So she couldn't really hear. She's like, what's the name? And she opens up her iTunes, whatever she opened, her music stuff. And she's like, she put it in there to listen to later. So I guess she listened to it after.
Yeah,
And
and
she
she
texted,
texted me and she's like, "It's so funny that your mom is the one who suggested this."
I'm a horrible influence.
You're just a Kanye stan.
No, it's not a Kanye. I love music. Like all method. Like I'm very young as far as like the music and I've always been like a low key rapper. Like I know all the songs. I know all the like I am like I go and I know all the words to everything. Like I love it. So I'm very young at heart in that sense. So it's like just funny because
My mom's suggesting big titty women's don't fall out of the sky, you
no,
know?
beautiful big titty butt naked women just don't
Oh,
fall out the sky.
there you go.
That song is so funny. I can't take it. I love it. There's just something about it. It's so good.
It's so
Anyways,
good.
she's Bianca's 29 years old, so she's
Weird.
getting there to be tired, to be wearing pantyhose all over the place.
Yeah,
All right, we're done.
we're
Another
done.
week, another dollar. Oh my God, Dollar Trees are
Woo.
closing so many stores. Speaking, that's when
That's
you
so
know the
sad. We can't
economy.
take this economy.
No, I've never heard of Dollar Tree having to close anything. Like that's where everyone goes when they don't have money. How dare they? Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God. I can't. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.